Hi, back again, we start. So we go on here in this process. We have to do the railing there. So we start with that. Add mesh circle, rotate x 90. Scale down, grab it there, bring it to the size, delete what we don't need, so that should be it. We now take here proportional editing, connected, and grab this one, but we roll the middle mouse button to get the influte, and then you can bend it like you would, and we would it so. Good, that is our base structure. Now we want to make the metal flows to it. So we have to do this metal thing, and that is simply cube, add mesh cube, scale down. So we scale them in X first, scale down, scale X, yeah, such like that, and then we take the first part, make a loop, that should be the bended part, and this must be then smaller. So we can disable proportional editing and make that smaller. That should be that small thorn there. And I see there's something happened, so we must do it with background selection. Forgotten that, so make it so. And then we give here much loops to bend that correctly. I have now 8 cuts there. Hope that is enough, but we will see. So now we must let them flow there. So we need the name of that one. It's circle 1. So we get this one, mark first with right mouse button, then the second one is this one with right mouse button, and then wow, I've forgotten how that works. Follow curve, yeah. So we go here, click that, and give here deform curve, and then circle 1. So that is no curve. That is a problem. That is a mesh. Yeah. So Control C to Alt C to convert it. Mesh from a curve, curve from a mesh. Yes. Now it is curve. Yes. And now we can click that here, right? And with hold the shift that, and then Control P, and then you say curve deform, and then you only have to place that, and it will follow them. So that is perfectly okay. So we can delete that here. That is what we done there. So we apply that. Now we can that away. That we move to the second layer. That we make now straight. So rotate. And object, apply rotation scale, set the origin to geometry, rotate X 180. Now it's turned, and that was it. Now we have that thing there. Not completely that what it should, but it works. We can take here again proportional editing, connect it, then grab and bring the influence as we would, so we can retweak that as long as we would. And I think that does what it should. That is okay. So the railing, each third there is there is some of this part, each third. So we have to build here add mesh cube. Sorry for that errors in start. I'm not real wake up. It's early in the morning here, so I'm not that fit. It should be the same thickness or nearly the same as this type here, but we must scale them also. So I think that can work. We scale them set. Should be the half of a human. So we start here. Yeah, and then all the third. That is there. There. Is it the third? Yeah, it is the third. Okay. So that one, or why is it there? Ah, it's eagle. We do it. Control D, make copies. G to grab. Oh, no, only move. Shift D, move it with the mouse. Left mouse click, accept. Shift D, move the mouse. Left mouse click, done. Good. So we have that railing stuff there. I must now look. File, save as, new version number. How that railing really looks at the singular parts there. Yeah, it goes straight up and then it goes there, okay. And these spikes, what is with them? They come short, down under them, and go into the next step there. Okay. Good. So we place one. That must be. Let's look there. Look in the front out, though. Yeah, in the front out. In the front out. So that means there. And it goes there. Okay. So now we can make that here. Well, disable proportional editing. And go here into that. then Shift D and place it there every time that it close up with this parts there. Shift D, and so we make it the whole railing up there. Wow, confusing when it is so much that you see there to decide what is what. But we are beginners, so we must learn to handle that. So we have that, and here we all know that. Good. And we see they're at other location, so we have to look from top, and there we see the spikes and the other ones. So we can now top view and get them together. So we get this whole stuff and join that and bring that to hit with the rest there. That's correct. And so we can now join all together. That is good. Now that we can place it there behind that thing or before that thing. We make it before. So we have that, but we need here this hand holder. So we take here add mesh cylinder, but only with 6 counts. So we rotate them simply, and then we take edit mode to backside and grab them to the end. G to grab and bring that to the end there. So here we bring it to hit with the reference. Wow, miles away. Okay, so we bring it there. Yeah, that works. That is fine. So we can smooth that. Then it looks round, but it isn't round. But we have less words. That is fine. So we can join that together. That must have now his color, and I think that is a black something. Black rust something, yeah. Nothing special. So yeah, we make the color. So we go to material, new material, and call it railing. We give them a principal shader, we give them a dark black, but with a high roughness. And maybe we can make later some rust on also, if we like to. Don't know, we will like it to do such, but we will see. Good. Then here we simply take this one with L and Shift D, bring it here till the end, and this loop here, Shift D, place it there, scale set X0, and then extrude it to this place. Good, we done that. I think we can take here this last thing we built it, and Shift D, bring it here in the middle too. So we have the railing done there. File, save. Now we need to make the shop here, and the half is a window. So we have to handle that. The first thing is we have to cut there where is the difference between the window and the rest there. So that means we have to make here subdivide. We only take this edge there and the subdivide, so we have now one word there because he makes a cut there, so we have one word. And this word we can take with the other part of the roundness and close that now with F. So we have that window part separated, and we can now extrude scale, simply place there a window in, we extrude and bring it in, and then we only have to place the window there. Yeah, the rest should be the shop that we see there. I must look, where is here the face? That is the face. Yeah, so we give here a plus in the material, make new, and call it shop under yeah, steps. Now we look in the texture I look in my texture folder, and you can get it from textures.com. There are some in. And I take here some for postcards or such. That is good. In texture.com, that is under Windows. When you look there, you will find such. Yeah, I think I take that. It looks a little bit mystery, but okay. Copy. So, and I make it in our texture folder in our project. So, in there. Then we go back and place it there. So we say here our material should be principal shader, it should be an image, it should be open up from our texture folder, and we have it where there. Good. So it shouldn't be glossy, so we have to give them a roughness there. Then we have to assign that. Then you see it appears there, but the size isn't that we want. So we can now grab that and scale that, and then grab that so that it makes sense. Scale X so that it is there in the middle. You will see later by going over that is a texture there. That's all okay. So, and I have thought about it. There's light in, So we take here better emission shader. So emission makes light, and then we don't need this other shader. So that makes it lighter and looks better. To see that not directly, we make here a little table there to sell. So add mesh cube, scale down, scale Y, scale X, scale X, and then we take the top face, Shift D, scale, that was not Shift D, so Shift D, scale, scale Y, extrude, bring it up, and that is the selling part there. Good. That we can completely mark seam. So shading, mark seam. And then we must find a texture for that. Don't know, we take wood, I think. So new, call it table shop. Give you a principal shader. Should be an image. Open up. Attach your folder and the material for this selling table. Don't know really. I take that one. We give them a high roughness, and we make it here from view. Well, we try it first normal unwrap, like everyone try. Looks not so bad, but we have to before apply rotation scale, and then we do it again. We see must turn it, rotate 90. And maybe scale it a little. Oh, that looks not so bad. I've seen better things. Good. Done that. Now we have to build here the window. File, save. This window is with wires in. I can show you that here. There are these little parts there in this window. And for stripes and the other one there, but I will first make this window shit there. So I take here add mesh plane. Rotate X90, scale down. So we have to make it scale X. Then I take the knife, transform. Where's the knife? Okay. In edit mode, surely. We make a little loop first. So we have a reference point, and we start from there, and we make another loop. So we can take from there to there, and from there to there. You every time in the absolute position when you see that that one is only green. but when it lights up with red, you have the word. And that is the perfect point to cut with space. From word to word cut. So that was wrong. You must make it slowly, that the computer can follow you. So we can delete here the outer lines. We don't need that anymore. The middle line also. And then I will try some new. I never tried that before. It's called edge offset. Normally you have inset or such to do set in inset faces and so. But I will try a new one to get here similar. Yeah, second part of it. So we get in search a spacebar, then comes the search, and then we take here edge offset edges. Yeah, wow, really good. Makes it directly, and it is absolutely, that is good. Good new feature. Good. So we can close now that one with Alt F. We can close such when the hole is in the middle and such. Good. Now we have to render that. That means we need the camera here and have to scale them all to 0. So we press N here and have this menu here, and there we have the rotation, or we set to 0, so the camera goes to 0 point. And then we look from the side, that's the top of the cam, so rotate X 90, then you look straight from the front. Hit 0 on the numpad to go into the camera. We want to make an orthographic picture, and here we can scale to come on. Grabbing. For that is important that we close that up perfectly, because that will be tiled later and then have to be all on his place. So we take here a resolution of 512. I think that is enough. It's too much normally, but you 512 to 512. We need here transparent background, so film transparent must be on, and or you can make it black white, that is equal. So we render that. Okay, that is too light effect there. So we give them a material new, and we give them an emission, and we render then again, and we have a harder contrast there. Yeah, it's better. Image, save as. We plug it here in the folder from the Mystic House. We call it rectangle one as a JPEG. Then he makes it automatically with the other background there. So we have rendered that, but as I told you, it must perfectly in size. So we take GIMP. That means we have to find here our texture folder. Better the Mystic House folder. Here is the rectangle. Right mouse button. Then you can open it with GIMP. That here is GIMP 2. It's an open source graphic program like Photoshop. And with them we make it perfectly fitting, so we can tile them over the whole window. Takes a little power, that GIMP, so you must take your time. So we have it here. First we cut it out simply with here this box. And then we looked at it perfectly. Control, roll the mouse, you can zoom on. And then we looked at with holded shift and pressed middle mouse wheel you can move that all. With these things you can handle this one edge. That is good. Here we can go a little bit higher. Good. Here a little bit more to the side. I think that one is good. So edit and cut it out. Then edit and paste it as a new picture. Then we have that, and then file, save as. Oh, not save as, we must export it. Export as. We call it rectangle 2. Rectangle 2. And we make here behind point JPEG. And we export it in our texture folder. So in my case is that there a long way, but it's there. Textures. Okay, rectangle export. He asked for the quality, we say 100% export. We now can close GIMP. So that we don't need anymore. So we can delete it. We have it in our texture folder. So the window itself. File, save. The window itself. Take here the whole window. So we click. Oh, that is directly. Oh, that's correct. We have to make the wooden parts of the window. So we can take here this front part directly as wood. So plus, give them here a wood material. We must look what we have there. Maybe that crazy house wood. We will try that. So we get the whole loop and say crazy house wood sign. We make it U from U, and then we can scale that up. And this one rotate 90, so we can handle it there what we will get. Same as here, we bring it into a lightened one. Then from there to there, we can let that with the UV squares add-on make it straight. I hope so that works, but normally it works. Now not completed, but now, yeah. And now you see that follows. So we can grab now to lighten one, and then you see we have the good wood look. Scale X maybe, or scale Y. That is like you would. So that is the wooden window. We have to do the same in the inner part there. So we have to do there. I take their smart UV project and give them crazy house wood that tries to make it faster, but it don't look so good, but it's eagle. So then we need here the vertical cuts, how many that are. 1, 2, 3, 3 parts. Okay, so we simply take that one here, Shift D, place it there. I'll place it there in a moment, and I will make that straight one. So scale set 0, and here the same, scale set 0. Good. Then I give them L to select that complete, extrude, and give them a depth. And that should be the model I take for the 4 parts in there. So 1, Shift D, 2, Shift D, and we have 3 parts. So we have 4 classes. That is perfect. We take that back one and bring it here to fit. Same as here. All done. Good. Then we need the horizontal ones. So we look what we got there. 1, 2, 3, 4. That are really 4. So 4. Okay. We make 4. So yeah, here we make a little variance, so we rotate 180, so that is turned. That one we can bring one to the side, so we have another one there, so that looks not so even. With that we can select the complete object, Shift D, rotate Y at 90, scale that down, that should be much smaller. Then scale X to bring it to the whole size of the window. We need 4 of them, we said. So scale X. Okay, we try it. Shift D, 1 there, Shift D, 1 there. So we see the difference. L to select each of them. We need 4. So eagle, Shift D again, place it there. L to select that only. Yeah, for me that looks good. Only that one can be more there. That one a little bit more there. And that looks not so bad. We see here the arrows, that is from U, so we have to do that the side from U2 unwrapping. So that means when we take the part, no, not this part, this parts, and that of each, and look then straight to it, then U from view, then you will see that fits directly. But you can handle them singular when you give them this one, then you give that this one, and so on, you know what I mean. Good, we have that wooden window there, but the back of them should be class with our rendered rectangle there. So file, save. So we need first the face itself, that is here. So we give a plus, make a material, and call it window rectangle. Wow, nice name. So we get a principal shader. We take here an image texture. I must think about it. We don't need a principal. We can use here a simple diffuse shader and say it should be an image. Open up, go to our texture folder and take here our rectangle that we use as a factor, so we can take it away. So what we need now, we need a class material and the rest should be black. So we give here diffuse black. Then we need a mixer. So we go in here, add shader, mix shader, bring it between diffuse and material output. Then we need a class shader, so shader class, take them there. We need a second mix shader, shift D, copy that, bring it there. We need a transparent shader, so shader transparent. Then we need a way to bring out shadows in the falling light through class. For that is add the light path that says how should the light flow through class. So, and we connect the class with the shader, the transparent with the shader, and the light path we say the shadow shouldn't be there, so it should be transparent. Then we can take here the mix shader and bring it in the other mix shader. Then we can say, you see here the preview, we want here the image texture as the factor, where is glass and where is black. And you see it is turned in the wrong, so you can change them, make them down under and the other at the top, and then you have the right one. Simply change it, then change there. Good. So we have the right material. We take here U, unwrap from view, and we say window rectangle assign. Now we have only to change the size, so we can take it here and simply scale down, and then we have that part that we need there. Good. File, save. When we now look that in a fast render, I think we can get here diffuse to higher word and roughness high, so that looks a little bit darker, I think. And maybe we must make that here stronger. I must look that in preview render. No, that is good. But you see there it is tiled, that we don't want. So file, save. We have to take here the shop window, and we want not that it is tiled. So how we do that? We need here the texture coordinates, add input texture coordinates, add vector the mapping, connect UV with the vector and the vector with the image of the shop. We don't want that a title to the top part. So we go here to texture, and here we can say how often it should be titled. And when we give here a maximum of 1, then it is only one time titled. So I have to take here again from view and scale it up, but then it is only one time there and not more. So now go here, file, save, in the fast render mode. We see that is through that other part okay, but we see we have errors there from the because we make it from view, so we have to cut there simply through. So we take here the knife and take it from there. We see it now bad. That is a great problem. How I can see both in set mode, yeah, wireframe mode. So knife from there to there. Oh, you don't like that when I go through such things, okay. So we must do it from here, maybe. Knife from there to there. He cut it, but not that I want. Okay, so we go back and we make it as we made it with the other one. We take here this edge and subdivide them some one time. Then we can take the knife from don't accept that, okay. I go back to material mode. We look what we have there. Here must be a word. There is a word. Oh, that is singular. Oh, what is that? Control R don't work there. Okay. So we try it with the knife again. From that point to that point. Wow, real not simple. Cut there, and it cuts automatically there. Works also. X, delete, dissolve word. So we have now that point, and we can now say the down under part should be that shop there. So you unwrap from you again and scale it last time to the size that we need. Grab it and position it. So, and the rest should be that stone material, little stone. So we take there a sign, and now we can take a quick render file, save, render, quick render, and we see there behind the window is the stone, and down under is the shop, and that is okay. So we have that window stuff with the rectangles in there. That's good. File, save. You see in the originals, in all these holes there in the wall are telephones. See it there too. So we want to make that telephone in each of these holes there. That means we simply take here, add mesh plane, rotate x90, scale down, scale set, scale x a little, good, extrude it, then bring it away, then we take that shift D and bring it to the size of the phone, So that size, but scale set to make it completely okay. So we have that. We extrude them too and bring them in the middle of the other. So, and that should be enough. We join them both together. That is one. Yeah. So we can now UV shading mark seams, and before we have to object apply rotation scale, then we can say unwrap. We make it here from view, so we must look from view, then view, unwrap from view. Then we take that telephone as a texture, so plus material new and call it telephone. And take here principal shader, should be an image. Open up and go in our texture folder, and we should have it here or not. No, we don't copy it there. Okay, so we have to yeah, I go to my commercial textures. You can get it on textures.com. You must search, but it is there. Or get simply out, take your handy and make a photo. Copy that one in our texture folder. Good. Now back into and reload it. So we have it there. And now we can place it. We go here back and take here our telephone. To find that now is okay. Wow, I'm good. Scale, grabbing, scale, scale X, and we have it done. So that now looks so. We can bring that here. Near on, so that we have a 3D effect on there, and then that looks like a telephone. Good. So we can place that thing in each of these holes there. So think such like that, and shift the one there, and shift the one there. Good. So we have the telephones on. That is okay. File, save. Good. We have done a lot for today. The railing, the shop, the windows, texture from wires there, and telephones. So that's enough for today. We see us in the next tutorial. Thanks a lot. Bye.